Welcome to the official Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society's podcast. I'm your host, Barnaby, and you're listening to Whispers from the Dark. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Whispers from the Dark. I am your host, Barnaby, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different on this week's show. We are coming up on the 100th episode of Whispers from the Dark. I cannot honestly believe that I have spent that much time sitting around talking into microphones and, recording, editing, and all the work that goes behind this. Not to mention my other show, which is live, Monday Morning Monsters. And I don't even know what episode we're on that, but Whispers from the Dark is coming up on episode 100. It is going to be a fun episode. We are planning to do an entire episode with the cast and crew of Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of stories, maybe some stuff that you haven't seen or heard yet. Stories-wise and adventures and that. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I was thinking to myself, I wanted to do something big for the 100th episode, and I thought about having, certain guest stars or, guests come on, and I thought, you know what, we need to go back to what we started this show with, and that's the Caps team. And without the rest of my team and stuff, I wouldn't be here doing this show, and we wouldn't have half the episodes we do. So I thought that the most fitting tribute and celebration would be to bring them all together, as many as I can get, to record the episode and share that with all of you, and stories and some stuff that you haven't heard before. So that's our 100th episode, and it's coming up pretty quick here. So actually just a couple weeks. So also, guys, I haven't talked to you guys for a long time, and on the trail of undiscovered beasts, that's what I'm staring at on my screen, and that's what I'm trying to get out here, is our show. We have a brand new series on Paraflix Paranormal Plus streaming platform, and it is just like Netflix. It is the Netflix of the paranormal. And there's a ton of cool shows on Paraflix. And if you use the promo code CAPS10, you get 10% off your first 3 months. You can go to the link on our website, and that shows that you came from our site to sign up for Paraflix. And we would really appreciate that as well. So, back to the show. On the Trail of Undiscovered Beasts is our show on Paraflix. It is original content just on Paraflix, and it is all about Bigfoot and other cryptids that are in, Season 1, is all Bigfoot in Wisconsin. Now, for those of you who have been watching our show for long enough on YouTube, you know that we've covered a lot of these Bigfoot stuff and, Rhinelander and Mountain Wisconsin and stuff. But there's a lot of witness accounts that we have not shared yet because they're accounts or stories or little bits of evidence that just didn't fit anywhere into our shows. And On the Trail of Undiscovered Beasts gives us a platform to share these smaller tidbits with you and gets all these stories out. And you can go to our YouTube and see a preview or like a little trailer for it and see some of the stuff that you're going to get. And it's going to be a really cool show. It is 8 episodes long of Season 1, and they come out every other week. So I believe if this episode airs when I think it will, there should be one coming out this Friday, a brand new episode again. So that is On the Trail of Undiscovered Beasts, Paraflix original series with us, Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society, and you can get it $3.99 a month or about $30 for an entire year. It's a really good deal for the amount of content that is on their platform. All right, moving on, guys. If you want to show your support for Wisconsin Caps, Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society, go to our website and click on Shop. shop our store, and you can get hats. No, I'm sorry, not hats. You can't get hats. You can get stickers, magnets, buttons, coffee mugs, tote bags, pillows, t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, and probably a lot more there. But you can go there and get that all with different logos, our different shows. You can get a Whispers from the Dark t-shirt. You can get a Monday Morning Monsters t-shirt. You can get On the Trail of Undiscovered Beasts. All of this, all these logos available. You can get our official Bean Snappers tour t-shirts on there as well. So go check out wisconsincaps.com and click on our store link. Make sure that you're subscribing and liking wherever you find us. You can search us Wisconsin Caps on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, or WI Caps on Instagram. And you can listen to this show anywhere that you're listening to it, because obviously you're already listening to it. And also make sure you check out my other show, Monday Morning Monsters, which is all cryptozoology. A lot of really cool people have been on that show. A lot of really good content if you're into cryptids. There is not much paranormal on there. It is all cryptids, and it is on WLTK DB Talk Radio. And you can download the app, WLTK DB Talk Radio, and you can go to their website and listen to it there, or you can go to either their YouTube or our YouTube, and we've created a playlist of all those episodes as well. And they have them under the live shows link on their YouTube. So you can get all this information and more at wisconsincaps.com. I want to encourage all of you. We got a new project coming up as well, and I'm not able to delve into a lot of this, but it is going to be a massive undertaking that we have started here, and it is called the Ghost Lab Project, and it is going to be very intense and very a lot goes into this, and I can't get into it so much yet, but it is definitely, if you're into the paranormal experiments and technology and getting evidence and stuff, the Ghost Lab Project is going to be something you want to pay attention to. We are going to be sharing some stuff on our YouTube and Facebook page, but if you want to get into it, and eventually you will, go and subscribe to our Patreon. We have a Patreon page, patreon.com/Wisconsin Caps. And there's not too much on there yet because we don't have any Patreons yet. Boo. Boo. All right, so go out there and subscribe. You can get for $3 a month. You can subscribe and support our work. This is something that this Ghost Lab project is going to be very... there's a lot to it. And in order to support this project and all the other research and investigations that we do, it would be amazing to have support and to have our listeners and fans check out our Patreon, because we do have a lot of content on there. Right now there's a lot of pictures, behind the scenes pictures of investigations and locations that we've been, some stuff that you've never ever seen that we have not shared anywhere else is on there. You can also get bonus footage from our episodes. I bet you guys didn't know that every episode that we put out actually has between 10 and 15 minutes of bonus footage. And we don't put that on YouTube. It is only available on our Patreon page. And we also, once we get rolling with this, we are going to have a lot of stuff going over to Patreon that you guys can check out. Almost all of the Ghost Lab project is going to be exclusively on Patreon. So if you want to help us fund this project, and yeah, a lot more information coming soon on the Ghost Lab project. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, if you want to see us in person, we have a bunch of live events this year, conferences and conventions that we're going to be at. I want to give them all kind of a shout out here real quick. Coming up in March 4th, we are going to be in Mason, Ohio at the Frogman Festival. It's the first time this festival has ever happened. It's organized by the Map in Black, Jeff Craig and his crew. and that is the inaugural Frogman Festival, March 4th in Mason, Ohio. Up next, the Haunting at the Mill Paracon, March 24th through the 26th at the Hagood Mill Historical Site in Pickens, South Carolina. So down in South Carolina after Ohio. A lot of cool people. Jeremy Leonard, Katie Stafford, Brandy Marie are all going to be there. A bunch of other people. And myself will be speaking. South Carolina, March. The East Tennessee Paracon is going to be in East Tennessee. I believe it is at Pigeon Forge, and that will be April 29th weekend. A lot of big names will be there as well. All this information and more is on our website under Public Events tab at wisconsincaps.com. May 6th, we are going to be at the Ohio Bigfoot Conference at Salt Fork, Ohio. And then we come back up to Wisconsin, May 20th. We are going to be at the Hodag Heritage Festival again. I'm actually wearing a Hodag Heritage Festival t-shirt right now. That's going to have bus tours, cryptid speakers, Hodag vendors, food trucks, kids' activities, and live music. All kinds of fun. We were there the last 2 years. And then in June 3rd, we are going to be at the Small Town Monsters presents Monster Fest, and that is also in Ohio. I don't know the city right off the top of my head here. And June 10th, we are at the Menominee Marinette Bigfoot and Paranormal Convention. That is, we are going to be presenting on a lot of paranormal activity in downtown Menominee. Angela Zabel will be there doing a presentation, and she will be there Saturday evening as well doing a medium gallery reading. Chad Lewis, our good friend, is going to be there as well. He is a speaker, and he will have all of his cool books available for purchase. Christopher Noel will also be there as a presenter, and we have one more presenter, and we are still waiting on final confirmation. It is 99% confirmed. We are just waiting on his bio and picture. So he will be at the convention as well, and we will tell you that all later on. And this event is also sponsored by Paraflix Paranormal, the Netflix of the paranormal. So come out and check that out June 9th and 10th. And then in August, we'll be at MI Paracon in Sault Ste. Marie. And we go back down to South Carolina in September for the Upstate Spirit Conference. And in September, we'll also be in Glenbuell, Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin. I think I said that wrong. September 22nd through the 24th, the Haunted Midwest Ghost Tours LLC presents Great Lakes Paranormal Conference. Jason Hawes, Adam Berry, Sherry, Lyle Blackburn, I can't talk anymore, Dave Schrader, Sarah Lemos, Jeff Belanger, Shane Pittman, Richard Estep, Tobias Whalen, Chad Lewis, Barnaby Jones, hey, that's me, Mike Huberty, hey, I know him too, Jeff Finnup, Expedition Entity, and Christina Bloom will all be in attendance at this event. GreatLakesParanormalConference.com. Get your tickets. That is in September, and that's all we got for now. Then we will probably also be at the Milwaukee Paracon again, and probably at CryptidCon, but we haven't get those dates yet and stuff set up. So more events to come. That's all we got for now. All right, guys, that brings us to the rest of the show. Thanks for getting through this all. I hope you enjoy it. We have a lot of stuff coming up, and it's going to be a great year. But looking back at last year, today's episode is a tribute episode to a lady who made a huge contribution to paranormal and cryptozoology research in not only Wisconsin, but probably all over the country. Today's episode is dedicated, and it is a tribute to Linda S. Godfrey. And for those of you who are not aware of who Linda Godfrey is, Linda Godfrey was a newspaper article writer, and she was assigned to do a report on these weird canine cases that were down in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, Elkhorn and Bray Road and she went to the animal control area, and they literally handed her a file labeled werewolf of all these sightings. And she started taking more reports and writing articles and books on books and books on the topic, and ended up coining the term the Beast of Bray Road. And it's an upright canine creature found in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. And so, yeah, that's Linda Godfrey, and she has appeared on the Lost Tapes TV series, Monster Quest, and also a lot of other ones. I don't know, they're not all listed here, but she most recently appeared on the Bray Road episode of Expedition X with Josh Gates and his crew. So, I mean, she's done a lot. She's done a lot for our state and our research and stuff. Linda's most recent work includes The Return to Wildcat Mountain, which is a documentary. You can get it out on Amazon Prime or on YouTube. You can buy it, purchase to rent it there. And it is about black cats and other large cats, pumas and stuff, in the state of Wisconsin, and how they exist, and people have seen them, and the state just does not recognize them, that they're there. It's a fascinating documentary. Myself and Ma actually sat down and watched it the other day because, spoiler, we're going to be going out to that area and actually doing some research on our own and trying to get pictures of these creatures down in southern Wisconsin. So if you have had a report or seen any large black cats in the area, we want to hear it. Send us a message, wisconsincaps.com or wisconsincaps@gmail.com, and that would be awesome. But getting back to Linda, I highly recommend, if you guys have not heard of Linda or read any of Linda's books, I mean, they are definitely worth reading. She's put a lot of research into them. She's had a lot of sightings. She has written and been in co-authored or been a author in other books, such as Weird Wisconsin, Weird Michigan, Strange Wisconsin, Strange Michigan. She has authored American Monsters, A History of Monster Lore and Legends and Sightings in America. I Know What I Saw. Modern Day Encounters with Monsters of New Urban Legends and Ancient Lore. Real Wolfmen, True Encounters in Modern America. Monsters Among Us, an exploration of otherworldly Bigfoots, Wolfmen, portals, phantoms, and other phenomenon. The Beast of Bray Road, Trailing Wisconsin's Werewolf. The Michigan Dogman, Werewolves and Other Unknown Canines Across the U.S., Monsters of Wisconsin, Mysterious Creatures in the Badger State, and the list goes on. I mean, guys, there's a ton of books here on her biography, and those are the main ones. I mean, there's so many more here. She's got a book on mythical creatures. She has a book on lake and sea monsters, werewolves, of course. Just so much stuff she has done for the community of cryptozoology and the state of Wisconsin for strange and weird stuff. So, guys, so obviously, unfortunately, I cannot have Linda on the show today because she has passed away this past year, as I said. But when CAPS was first starting out back in 2019, one of the areas that we were interested in researching, and still are to this day, is the Kettle Moraine and the Kettle Moraine Southern Unit. And Linda had multiple encounters down there. She had multiple things that she'd had happen down there. And she was going to take our team out there and kind of walk us around and show us where some things happened, some evidence that she's found, and where some reports were taken that she had taken. And unfortunately, Linda had gotten a cold or flu, at that time, and she was not able to do that. It was going to be a rainy, crappy kind of day, and she just didn't want to go out and get sicker, which I 100% don't blame her by any means. Linda was very kind and gave us a call and gave us some advice and stuff on this phone call, and answered some other questions as well about shadow people and shadow entities and Bigfoot and Dogman and all kinds of cool stuff. She was very, very nice lady, very nice to talk to on the phone. And unfortunately, I never got the chance to meet her in person. But we do have a phone interview that we recorded for an episode or for what we were working on at the time. And I have edited that up so that it can flow. And hopefully you guys enjoy this because, as I said, this is our tribute to Linda Godfrey because she never was on our podcast. And I wish we could have got her on before she passed. And, yep. So, without any further ado, I hope that you enjoy this. This is a phone call interview with Linda Godfrey about her experiences in the Kettle Moraine and some other weird stuff. So I hope you enjoy this interview and our tribute to Linda Godfrey. Hi, Linda. This is Barnaby, and my mom's here as well.
Hi.
Hi, Barnaby and Lori. How are you guys today?
Good. How are you? Well,
I'm so disappointed in myself. You know, on Wednesday, I drove all the way to Sun Prairie and back by myself and did an appearance, you know, to talk and everything. And I this day, and I woke up yesterday and, oh no. One of those bugs that's going around. And unfortunately, I mean, sometimes I can just, you know, kind of barrel on through, but this one is attacking my throat. And if I talk too long, my voice just disappears.
yeah.
Well, you know, if it were going to be maybe in the 50s and sunny, I would force myself to do it and consider it a health thing. That means we're going to be lucky to hit 40, and they're saying occasional sprinkles or wetness.
Yeah.
That's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work, unfortunately. But I wanted to give you some hints on where to go because it's a big park.
Yep.
You know, bigger than you think. And it's really simple. Where I was going to take you, where I recommend, because we've had, not only is it simple to get there, but a lot of people don't go back there because they're scared of the trail bikes, you know, and I just keep an ear out for them.
Okay.
There won't be many of those if it's that weather, so that's actually a good thing.
So, like, when you say trail bikes, you mean like the mountain bikes or just biking?
The mountain bikes.
Okay. Yeah.
You have to be really, really careful and tell whoever else is with you to really listen for them because they don't feel obligated to let you know they're there. And they're on the trail, and the trail's not like a foot wide, you know.
Yeah.
And they're just, it's like they don't care. I know what they would do if they hit me, probably just keep going.
Yeah.
But
probably.
If weather's like that, there won't be many of them. So. Kettle Moraine, and I would not go in there without a trail map. I made that mistake. And the last time I went with a couple of friends, and as well as I know them, I still got mixed up, and we ended up trekking an extra 2 hours. Because one of the trails is like 7.5 inches, 7.5 on the map it is, 7.5 miles long.
Okay.
And by the time you loop around, and it's really hard to tell where you are. So make sure you take the trail map with you, and usually they have free ones right at the desk. So that's very handy. And they've got picnic benches. We usually just take a picnic and sit on those benches before we go in. And then if you want to leave, key snacks here and there, positioned like an apple or whatever. I usually do that we've had some weird things happen back there when we've done that. Seriously, you may be amazed. Especially if there's only 2 or 3, that is usually when things happen. So what you want to do is just keep an eye on where you are with the map. And You can find, you just wander the trail, but, and go by your intuition, but keep an eye out. There are a couple of places that are actually marked with large X's of branches, X shape of branches, and that seems to be where things happen. I don't know who does it, or I'm pretty sure it's Bigfoot. I've never had a report of a dogman inside that park.
Okay.
There are mountain lions. I've seen plenty of their tracks. There are, if you're near the entrances, you may see a few dog tracks. So people are not supposed to walk them over there, but some people do. You may see a few dog tracks, but they're easy to spot too because they're small. But you may get lucky and find a Bigfoot track, but that's what I've had encounters with over there, I'm pretty sure. The last one was, I was with a couple of friends, and we were walking on a trail that you looked down and there were crabapple trees down below. And we put an article of food down, and as soon as we did that, this crabapple came whistling up from the trees below. And landed on the trail at our feet and rolled across the rest of the trail by itself. It was perfectly positioned and thrown, and we were all looking in the direction it came from. And and you just, if you get to a place where you're in sort of a wide trail and you look down and you see remnants of crabapple trees, that's where that happened. I had another one where I was there just with one other person, and we kind of purposely, you didn't hear this from me, but we kind of purposely went on the unmarked trail, just go down a ways, and we didn't go all that far, maybe a quarter of a mile at the most. And of course, nobody ever told me that I did that, right?
Yep.
But we went in a way, and my friend put down, she likes eating apples, she put an apple down, and something started making clinking noises, quick noises. And it kept up. There were 3 different locations clicking at it. And when we decided we better leave, and whatever it was, clicked at us from both sides of the trail all the way back to where we got off, to where we were.
Like rock clicking, or like a mouth clicking?
No, they were like rocks clicking. We picked up a couple and we were duplicating it, pretty easily. And we were looking for I was just raking my mind for what it could be. We were thinking, well, maybe the only thing I could think of was this: there was a metal fence and the wind was blowing enough to blow a piece of the metal against it. And there's nothing like that out there, and the wind wasn't blowing. I couldn't come up. I did even research a type of bird that sometimes makes clicking sounds. But there's only a very slight chance there would have been one in the entire park, and it was the wrong time of the year for them to do that. It was part of their mating call, some kind of cuckoo, I believe. So that was it. So those are just two things that I've had reports from other people.
Okay.
That side too. The other place is wanting to go to another place where I've had reports is the Stuti cabins, which I'm just going to tell you to look it up on the map you'll get at the store, because it's a little hard to understand otherwise. They're kind of hidden in. It's an old pioneer cabin, and there's a lime kiln right nearby it, one of those kind of tower things. But it's a little hard to find.
Is that the old Olson cabin?
They call it the Stuti cabin. Maybe it was the Olson cabin before. There are old cabins.
There's different ones.
If you go farther north on 67, up by Old World, Wisconsin, they've got cabins on their grounds. But that Old World, Wisconsin is not very far from the northern part of the Kettle Moraine. And I mean, there are the other part where I've had luck is on the very north edge, kind of where 59 borders part of the park. And that area, it's just sort of all hit or miss all over the place, But I can tell you better once you've been there, and kind of the introductory place for it. And I would say, I mean, just follow your intuition too, because there's something there that really, I think, almost trying to communicate with us, and we were just to stay out. There's another time I was in there with Sanjay's bingo, and it was winter, late winter, but everything should have still been hibernating, and we got odor sprayed from something we couldn't see. Just enough to make you bend over and gag. It was so bad. From one spot, when I went off the trail and tried to climb up the back of a tree because it was, it looked like it was a good hiding place if something wanted to watch the trail on both sides.
Uh-huh.
And so we did, and I no sooner got about 3 feet off the ground than there was this horrible, horrible stench. And the skunks would have all been hibernating at that time.
Uh-huh.
There wasn't anything around there that we could see unless it was a hidden den or something. They weren't then that close to the trail. So
this is all along. This is all along the Ice Age Trail, right? Or not?
Well, I guess they're all. This is within the southern unit of the Kettle Moraine. When you look at the map, you'll understand what I mean.
Okay.
It's kind of boundary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I came down, and he had been holding my backpack while I was climbing, and he was already bent over gagging himself, and we had to just leave the part. We couldn't stay there. It was on our jackets, and yeah. So if you get done with the hike that you want on the blue route, you will have seen a lot, and had a lot of chances to interact, and I actually like going out when the weather's kind of sunny like that, because there are many fewer people, the walkers and the bikers and everything, and so that makes it better. In fact, usually Wednesday's the best day that I like to go when other traffic is down. If you are poking around the northern parts, a couple of times we run into what we're pretty sure were drug drops. There are people who meet in the smaller parking lots around the park for that sort of thing. I've seen it twice. Pardon?
I said, okay.
Yeah. They're Avon Bottoms, I've seen it there too. That's another place that you have never been. Have you been there?
No, but I'm familiar with it. That's where Katie had her stuff. Katie's on.
Yes, exactly. Right. Yeah, and that's kind of an interesting place. I've seen one I'm pretty sure we're good Bigfoot prints there, and they've got both, the Dogmen and Bigfoot. And if you go into the northern unit of the Kettle Moraine, there are Dogman sightings within the park. It's kind of like, and Bigfoot, both. You seem to coexist there, or they've got their little tightly kept territories. I don't know how they do it, but both things have been seen there, and the mountain lion tracks.
Good.
Okay.
Those things are everywhere.
Yeah.
Crazy. So I felt too about my film that my son and my husband and I are just about finishing, right?
Yep.
So it astounds me how many people are completely unaware, and they're all over. They really are. But like I say, when you're in the Kettle Moraine, always look behind your back and always look up.
Yeah.
My two favorite mottos. But anyway, so well, before I lose my voice entirely, did you have any questions that I can help you with? I feel so bad that I can't. I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to meeting you, and appreciate you taking time to meet with us or talk to us or whatever. But like I said, I understand that you can't. My other investigator that was coming, he lived in Richland Center for his like growing up and everything, and his dad saw one of the black cats.
Oh, wow.
And he wanted to talk to you about that and tell you about it and stuff, but he's not here right now. He was gonna meet us down there tomorrow. He's at work right now, but
Well, you can give him his email by all means, you know, and I can talk to him usually any time. So.
Okay.
Sounds good. I'll let him know that. I had one question, and I think my mom had one question for you too. Well, did you by any chance get a chance to watch our documentary on Burlington?
No, I'm sorry, I haven't yet.
Okay.
I've just been sort of bombarded lately.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah, but it's there. It's on my to-do list. So
Okay.
I will probably this is a good time for me to kind of sit back and do things like that right now because I can't
Okay.
not as much as I'd like. So.
Well, I had a question. We had when we were in the woods in Burlington, Mary Sutherland's like haunted woods there.
Mm-hmm.
We had some like Bigfoot activity, and we were getting what we heard was like a drum beat or a heartbeat thumping, and
Yeah.
in all of your books and stuff and interviews and stuff that I've listened to and other books and that, I've never heard of anyone else having that, and it was just in the area and around the times when the Bigfoot activity was. So I was wondering if you had any other reports of anybody hearing that.
No, I haven't, but that doesn't mean I couldn't make up a new trick, you know.
Okay.
Maybe there's something they found in that area. And I mean, Mary and I have had an experience in there too.
Mm-hmm.
But we went in there she probably maybe even told us, we went in there one day without gear and without mosquito spray, and we just got swarmed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And something had been around, you know, it was like they told the mosquitoes to chase us out or
Mm-hmm.
we try and go for human explanations.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I haven't, but that's really interesting, and I'll keep an eye out for that. And, you know, the way it usually works now, I'll probably find it in the next thing I read.
Okay. I did.
Pardon?
I did. There was that. I don't remember his name. The guy that you sent. My mom sent me a video of the guy in some forest. A really tall guy. He was walking through a nature trail with his family or stuff, and he was.
That was up north or out west.
Out west, yeah.
Washington.
And it's some guy documentary on YouTube, and he said something about he heard a mammalistic beating or drumming or something. And then he looked down and he thought he saw Bigfoot down like in the ravine or whatever. So, but that was the only other instance that I've heard anything like this. But
well, I'll keep an eye open for it.
Okay.
That's pretty interesting. And who knows? Maybe somebody left an actual drum there and they picked it up.
Yeah. Well, if you do get a chance to watch our video, when we're talking to Mary Sutherland by that little her troll bridge, it's on the video twice. You can hear it. So.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. The video actually goes out of focus on the one. We're all standing there like listening for it after we heard the first one, and then you hear it again, and my video like goes out of focus. So, but yeah.
Well, I will definitely listen for that for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So, was that your question too, Laurie, or?
I had a question about shadow people. What is the purpose of them? Like, you wake up and you can't move, and then you see them. What's the purpose of them coming and like hovering over the top of you? You know, are they like sucking energy, or? I mean, I've had this experience, and I just wondered, you know, what did it want? You know, what was it?
Right, it wanted your electromagnetic field energy.
Okay.
What I really think. It's what I really think.
Okay.
And I've thought about this a lot over the years. It's a widespread thing among humanity, pretty much everywhere. Every continent has it and goes way back.
Okay.
And there's something I read. I think I've got it here. I probably put it away. I've got a book that I found recently. It's supposed to be on going out of the body and what can happen to you and that kind of thing. It's really quite good in most ways. But it really was the clearest explanation that makes the most sense for that phenomenon. And it's other dimensional or otherworldly sentient beings that want your energy.
Well, what was it doing in my house?
Yeah, I
don't know.
I hang crosses. I mean, I'm a Christian. A lot of people, may find that not a good symbol for them.
Mm-hmm.
I hang crosses on the wall by my headboard of my bed. One on my husband's side and one on mine. And that actually came into play one time. I don't have time to tell the story, but another time. But that is the only logical thing that I can come up with, the best explanation for that, for why it's so universal. And I'll tell you what, if you go on Highway 59, which goes east and west on the north border of the park, I've had like 3 within that general area that have happened over probably the past decade, where they have seen what they call shadow wolves.
Okay.
And the reason they look like shadows is they're in a lower dimension than we are. And you can only see the height and the width of them, not the depth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not very well, and there are things in that book I don't accept, but when it comes to that, it just lays it out very, very well. I'll have to find that book now and the title and the title page.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, well, I seem to be running out of voice.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. I need to go get some tea. Listen, please let me know how your trek goes, and if anything happens at all, I'd be really interested to add it to the other foods in that area.
Yeah. Maybe some other time we can meet you down there.
Well, yeah. I'm sure we can find another time. And don't forget to pack your umbrellas and your mosquito.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we got that. Yep.
Although, it was just cold enough last night. It might have killed the buggers anyway.
Yeah.
So they probably won't be too bad.
If not last night, it'll be cold enough tonight.
Yeah.
Except tonight is the night when it may knock them out. Knock out punch.
Yep.
So, it would be great. Okay, well, please let me know how it goes. I'll be really interested to hear.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay. You guys be safe.
Yep.
You too.
Thank you.
Get well.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Whispers from the Dark. To find out more about cryptids, anomalies, and the Paranormal Society, visit us at our website at wisconsincaps.com. That's Wisconsin, CAPS.com. There you can find links to all of our social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon. You will see links to our online store as well, where you can get t-shirts, DVDs, and more. If you click on the public events page, you can find out where you can meet us in person and all the public events we have coming up. If you enjoy our podcast or our YouTube shows, please consider becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/Wisconsin Caps. There you can find behind-the-scenes pictures and videos from all of our media, as well as bonus footage and evidence that we have collected. If you have encountered something you can't explain, we want to hear from you. Visit our website and click on Submit a Report on our main screen. You can choose to leave your contact information or simply remain anonymous. You can also reach us via email at wisconsincaps@gmail.com. If you would like to be a guest on our show, please contact us on our Whispers from the Dark podcast page on Facebook, or send us an email at wisconsincaps.com. Remember to like, share, and subscribe wherever you listen or watch or find us.